With the 11th pick of the 2024 MLB Draft, the Detroit Tigers select Bryce Rayner, a shortstop from Harvard-Westlake High School, North Hollywood, California. The Boston Red Sox have the next pick.
Well, this is a kid that some thought could be a pitcher. He simmered down on the pitching in his high school career, but people think Corey Seager. Those are the comps that get thrown at Bryce Rayner. His stats, high school stats, 5'11" average. He was a 1.83 earning on the mound. Harold, you look at him as a shortstop, 6'3" shortstop. I know you like tall physical athletes.
Well, it's not even that you have to like tall physical athletes. That's where we're at. I mean, that's just, that size of growing out of the position is over. I love the arm strength from the hole. You talked about him pitching. The bat's there, and he's another Harvard-Westlake high school kid who's played great high school competition. But I looked at him and I saw Corey Seager. Everybody's talking about it, so I went back and looked at Seager at his draft video. Very similar, right? He gets a little bit more behind and through the ball a bit, but you do have a little Seager in him. And you know, the whole knock with Seager is, oh, he's going to move off the plate. He's going to end up being a guy that moves off a shortstop, I should say. He never did. He's still playing up to a World Series. So I think this kid's going to continue to play shortstop as well.
Carlos Collazo upstairs. What do you think of Bryce Rayner?
I think he's got a lot of upside. I mean, he was the #2 high school player on our board just behind Connor Griffin. He's got a ton of power in the tank. He's big and physical now. There were some swing and miss questions over the summer, but this spring he really improved the swing itself. He showed a little bit more contact. Like Harold said, he has an absolute cannon. He has a 70-grade arm that's going to help him out. He's not the most rangy shortstop, but his actions are good. His hands are reliable, and I think that arm strength is going to add some range that maybe his legs don't. I think he's a really talented pitcher as well. He's going to be a hitter moving forward, but maybe it's an intriguing fallback option if the bat doesn't pan out, because he can throw 95, 96 with a hammer breaking ball. So it's a really exciting pick here.
Dan O'Dowd, does Bryce Rayner fit into the draft trends of the Detroit Tigers?
Yeah, actually I think that he does. I just want to take a step back and look at how much, like we don't like to talk about in the industry, how much luck plays a factor in your selection. So the years that the Tigers had 1-1 was 2018 and 2020, but the year in between was Adley Rushman and Bobby Witt. Not to say that Casey Mize and Spencer Torkelson won't turn out to be good players, but you really do have to have a ton of good fortune in the draft when you're picking up high to be able to land on those aircraft carrier superstar players.
Yeah, I mean, Mize and Torkelson were the clear-cut #1s. Detroit didn't reach. Everybody would have taken those guys #1. They just weren't picking the year where Rushman and Witt were 1, 2. And you look back to when the Nationals, how they turned their franchise around, they picked #1 in back-to-back years. Steven Strasburg, Bryce Harper.
And then they followed that up with Rendon on the third year. So,
yeah.
And then they signed Soto internationally, and then they won a World Series.
And I'm glad you brought up Harper, too. I see more Harper swing in him than I did
I do, too.
Seager.
He uses his legs a lot more than Seager does.
Tony, jump in real quick.
Yeah, well, I mean, one thing that happens for these kids, all of them, as you get closer to the draft, it gets so stressful. Even the college kids, but imagine for a high school kid. Yeah. And Rayner's been around all the best players at all these big-time events. He was one of the guys that was able to use kind of his SoCal chill to be able to handle the pressure and continue to perform and stay at the top of the first round.
And if you use a SoCal chill, you'll never speak. This is an Am Singer show. You got to hop in, bro. When it opens, you jump.
Man, we're moving.
You jump.
It's really important if you see the Tigers moving away some of the pitching drafts that they have to more of the position players draft that they have the last few years. So I think organizations make adjustments based upon the results of their previous drafts.